Welcome back, El Pilotos. Sometimes I try and speak Spanish even though I don't know what I'm saying. I wish I knew Spanish because then I would speak it more. Comprende? I don't know. I love Spanish. I don't know why. Maybe I spoke it in a previous lifetime or something, but I wish that we could just all learn like 2 or 3 languages before we turn the age of 6 because that's the perfect time to learn languages. And really, we should all learn sign language, period. Teach every infant sign language. Infants are great at learning sign language. Start them early. Anyway, I suppose it would be hard to do sign language over a computer that's voice like this. Anyway, I get off on tangents like that. Really wanted to talk tonight about challenging yourself. I'm trying to figure out how to come at the problem of higher level players bringing badass, invincible robots into really low tier. Low tier. I don't know. I call it 0. Jellyfish calls it 1, so we get confused. I just subtract 1 from whatever he says. He adds 1 to whatever I say, and we come out with the same thing. Tier 0, I've seen it referred to as 0.5. A lot of people don't realize it's there because you don't really notice going from one to the other. It only gets just a little bit harder. Anyway, those low-level tiers are designed for people to get a feel for the game, to get good at it, to practice up, to build their hang, or so on and so forth. For people to come down, and I've done it too, so I'm just as guilty as the next guy, and I find some sort of sick, twisted delight in doing it. But when you squat up with people, it's basically shooting fish in a barrel to see who can get the most damage. It's just a slugfest of immense, unequal proportion. And you've seen the videos, and I'm laughing my ass off because it's hilarious to me. But I've also been on the receiving side of that, and I think I did a video of that. And I'm just like, trying to take it like a man because that's what you do. And, just dropping the big bots or the little bots, it doesn't matter. If you don't want to give them any damage, dropping a mantis and dropping your, whatever, because you're not going to win. So don't even bother trying. Or dropping your bigger bots and give it a go. Sometimes it's fun to drop down on the other end, start grabbing their flag while they're busy, just killing everybody that's dropping. You kind of sneak out, grab a visible bot or something. Anyway, what I kind of wanted to say was that I played in maybe tier 4 or 5. I was playing with Jellyfish, and he was saying, "Hey, this is tier 4. So and so's in tier 4. I know he is. So and so, whatever." And he was like, "So and so's in tier 5 or something." So it was a tough match, but we were on I'm gonna say 4, maybe 5-person team, and lots of good big robots. So I just took this in. For some reason, this is my little badass. I don't quite know why. It's way down here below a stock hunter. The Ronin is less powerful the way it sits than a stock hunter with, I'm sure, I didn't put any gadgets on it, and there's no modules. So this is weak. Using these in tier 1, sure you can do it. You're still advantage over people in, that or anything else. When your advantage is with your hardware, I saw a guy dropping this in the tier 0 there, so I dropped in mine, and it wasn't that hard to remove him. He kept engaging his shield, realizing he couldn't fire, so he'd open his shield. But the whole time he's not behind anything. He's not shooting over something. The whole time I'm back behind on a rise going up to the top of the hill, and I'm completely behind the hill, and just the bare tip of my weapon is shooting right over the skim of the top of the hill. And so I'm completely covered by the hill and shooting over top of it, and it didn't take that long of pounding on with the shotguns just to say, "Okay, you're done, dude." Spectrum up top. It's slow to reload, doesn't have a lot of shots, doesn't do a lot of damage, but it's there. And so, believe it or not, these bots are a long ways away from the ceiling, which is this bot, and this bot, and this bot. And I'm going to show you some funny stuff with this one here in a minute. And the Paladin and the Gepard at this point are where I want all my bots, somewhere between those two. The Paladin I've got checked because when I hit my check bots, I meant to uncheck all my Primo bots. Bushi, goodbye. And Ronin, goodbye. And Shinobi, goodbye. I've got 5 pilots. I've got 5 basic bots. This right here is a level 0 legit account. Nothing above a paladin. Everything's, the Gepard, the Watcher, and the Bison are all really close to that edge. If I upgrade anything on any of them, even like the modules, if I put a blue or any purples on there, boom, it's going to be in the next tier. Same deal here. If I blue the end or purple anymore, it might go next tier. And if I purple that last one, that might be next tier. So I'm just going to leave them where they are. There's your recipe, people. Level 1 Gepard with all purple except the drop pod blue. Weapons level 8, and I don't think it matters what weapons you're using. It might not. I can't guarantee one way or the other, but play around with it. Just whatever weapons, try not to go over level 8, should be good. There's your top ceiling robot for tier, what I call 0, what Jellyfish calls 1, what you call 0.5, whatever. It's that tier that nobody really caught when we were numbering the tiers. I used to just call it the Guppy Pond. But then you got to figure out Shark Tank and Piranha Pool and whatever. It just gets tedious, so I call it Pond 0. And there's your recipe for that one. If you got a Watcher, you could go with generally blue optical system or ramrod, whichever option you go with there. I do suggest not buying one of the ramrod and one of the optical. And the reason for that is because whatever, I even think that say I buy this, purple optical system, but then I buy like a green ramrod. I think both of those, if that makes sense, add to your even though you don't have it activated, it's still adding to the point value of your robot. That's what Tim Quaker's told me, and I believe him. So, there's your Watcher recipe for a good ceiling Watcher. Bison, everything's blue except that last one. Now, I could probably make that last one blue as well, and it might bump it above the Gepard, and it might still be in level 0. There might be a little bit of a cushion between the Gepard and that actual ceiling, so you might find a better recipe that gets you a little bit closer. Level 5 weapons, again, like I said, I don't think it matters which weapons, and if you put level 5 shotguns on this thing, you're going to be doing monster damage. The Hummers, the Legionnaire, the big one is 500 silver or something. It's cheap. It's the Hummers that are hard to come by, and that's why anytime I see Hummer parts, I buy them. In fact, there were Hummer parts in here tonight, and I bought them. So the one you don't see there was Hummer parts, and I forget how close I am to having one. See, here I go talking too much again, not playing at all. Where's my inventory? Come on, inventory. And I'm not building, I don't think, anything right now. I think maybe the Riot. Yeah, you just saw it a second ago, so you know what's in there. Anyway, so this is just level 0 play right here. Now, like I said, I played earlier, and they thought it was level 4 or 5, which is either the top level or the one right below it. And I did see a 3-star Legionnaire, and I don't know if it was AI or a player, but we were smoking things so fast, it just didn't matter. I wished I'd have recorded that one, just because he thought it was level 5. And I don't know, I mean, when it's mostly an AI match, and you just got 1 or 2 humans, even if they're good and they've got a decent hanger, they're not going to be able to match with a squad that's already on your side, hitting everything as it drops in, unless 4 or 5 things drop in at the same instant. That's when it gets kind of tricky, and maybe a couple of people lose it. It's fun to watch. All right, let's throw down a match real quick and see if we can keep this sucker under, I don't know how many minutes. It doesn't matter, and I don't care. I'm going to start saying that a lot more, probably. And it shouldn't matter, and you shouldn't care. So, we're just here to have fun. Let's try and do that. But I think what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to yield people into choosing for themselves, to challenge themselves, and to not make it so hard for newer players, and to actually take those newer players under your wing to a degree. You can show off in front of them the way I plan on doing things, and at the end. And otherwise, we're just kind of guiding them. Say, hey, don't upgrade your robots. Upgrade your weapons. Here's some good recipes. Or go watch these videos. Whatever. Hit this Discord channel. Doesn't matter. Whatever we can do to get the people that are coming in and checking the game out to say, hey, why am I taking on these damn big ass robots? What's wrong with this stupid game? Instead of saying that, they're saying, hey, this is a lot of damn fun. These players are taking us in and making us feel welcome and family, and they let us play. And when we kill each other off, they give us advice on how we should play. Or at the end of it, when they're all killed off, we can kind of show off in whatever we got and do some 1-on-1s or 2-on-2s or whatever it is we got going on with squads. So, what should I do? What should I do? I just don't know. Basically, all I've been doing is just dropping whatever is right there and just doing it till I'm dead, and then going with the next one, the Watcher, and then going with the Bison, and I don't know. I think winning is getting boring, so I'm trying to switch things up just a little bit, because when it gets to a point where you're winning too easy, so I think part of my approach at this point is to not only challenge myself by using, say, using wasps and hornets on robots instead of, I never showed you what I was doing with the Bushido. Level 1 prep it. Level 0 prep it. So it becomes basically a worthless robot. Well, I like it when people do that kind of stuff, because it's fun enough. Down off of there. He's going to say bye-bye here in a second. Yep, he's watching. Okay. Hard to say if he was or not, but what was I talking about before all that excitement? Who's this right there? That's the guy I want. So I got the ramrod on this, and it's a fast reloader. And that's the really kind of a fun thing to do right there, except I'm going to die from whoever's over here. Yeah, I don't remember what I was talking about. I don't care, and it don't matter. If you remind me, then I'll remember, but, well, how's that going to work? Anyway, I was probably talking about the cool new idea of trying to make this game more fun for the newbies. So you can come in here and smack on them like I do without using anything too spectacular, because I still feel a little guilty because I'm using, ceiling robots and I know how to play and so on and so forth. Every once in a while somebody comes along and smokes me but good, but I'm just sideways walking this dude's missiles because that's all he's got. He doesn't have a clue. Oh, that didn't work for me, did it? I'm going to take that in I don't know. It's a sturdier bot, so if I'm going to go in and battle somebody, I'd rather take that than a Watcher. And he's just going to walk right underneath me, isn't he? Anyway, you do a lot of damage when you come down on him like that. It can be pretty devastating. Let's grab this flag real quick, and I'll see how much damage I can do to whoever that is real quick. Let's check it out. Boom, 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 boom. None. Almost none. Way to avoid missiles. Good dude. Fabulous. Alright, everybody else is way the heck over there, so I guess I'm stuck fighting this guy. But somebody's taking one of our flags somewhere. Flag's getting taken. Way in the back. Alright, we're heading there next. Here we go. Did I get him? I got him. Oh, we gotta stop off over here at this rest area and take this guy out for dinner. Have we sufficiently removed him for dinner? Yes, we have. That guy and that guy can wait while I go over here and take care of whoever's back here. Oh, they've already been taken care of, so never mind. How about we just go camp out way up here? You like that idea, peoples? I like that idea. Let's shoot our teammate while we're at it. We got 3 people left against 5 people. How about if I let my team thin these guys out just a little bit and be a little gallant with my efforts. Here, hang out right there. As long as you're not shooting at me, I won't bug you about it. Just take out my team. See, now I feel bad for my team because I really should be supporting them. Except, I think they can handle it. So, I'd like to trust that they can handle it and just not worry about it and say, you guys got this, man. See? You've got this. Look at that good job. That was fabulous right there. Now, at the end of this match, I'd like to invite everybody. Doesn't matter which team they were on. Just invite everybody to squad. I have a feeling that's AI. Well, it's named. Kind of a Russian name. Makes me think he's Zed. Way to turn the Z symbol into the new swastika. But hey, whatever. It's all good. We'll take care of it again, just like we always effing have. But Nazis of the world, get over yourselves, man. Nobody needs you. Nobody wants you. Everybody just wants to punch you in the fucking face. So, sorry for that visual. Any kids out there, hope you'll grow up to be Nazi face punchers too, because everybody should be. I'm just not very tolerant of intolerance, you could say. I know it seems like an oxymoron, but I pride myself in being an oxymoron. Who you calling a moron, you moron? That's an old commercial for you old people. You might remember it. Where's the beef? That was another old commercial. Anyway, I think that's enough for one night. And I probably didn't get to whatever point I was trying to get to, but I would like to help the top players not beat on the lower players and help the lower players become top players because they want to keep playing instead of just leading, because this game is so screwed up it lets you people come from the top all the way to the bottom. I've done it myself. I'm just as guilty. I apologize to those people I've stomped on in the past. I'm going to try and be nicer about things and try and help you become better pilots and make it to those higher levels so that everybody can have more fun. I think this game is a blast. The most fun matches I ever have are 6-on-6 for people. It's just tough. You got to play by instinct. It's Satori moment stuff. You're pushed to the edges of your abilities. I mean, if you don't want to be pushed to the edges of your abilities, I don't know what to tell you, man. You might be a psychopath. Get your head checked out. It's hard to say. I'm not trying to be mean to you, but I'm trying to make you realize that you're ruining the game for a lot of people when they come in. And generally speaking, what pushed me away from this game was moving into the next level, not knowing it had happened, and just starting to lose every match. And I'm just like, why do I want to play this game anymore? I don't. So I'd go play Mech Arena or something. And the same thing had happened there, but they got a better way of letting you know what levels you are, and the more you win, the more you go up, and the more you lose, the more you go down, and it's realistic and reasonable, unlike this crazy game. They've got slightly better matchmaking there too, and the AI is much smarter. I don't know how they did such a good AI, and this game sucks at it, but anyway, enough yakking. I know you love listening to me talk. It probably puts you to sleep at night, and that's a good thing too, right? You need your rest, pilots, so rest up. Got a big day tomorrow, lots of battles to do. See you at the beacon. Robot out.